Believe me, Mrs. Chambers, you have my deepest sympathy. I know what you must be feeling.
Do you, Mr. Wiseman?
Of course, my dear, your husband Joe wasn't just an employee. He was also a very close personal friend.
Really? He never said.
Oh, yes, well, I mean, that was Joe, wasn't it? You know what I mean? Discreet, loyal, stumm, a nice man, God rest his soul. Believe me, he's a great loss, a tragedy. I trust you had him well insured.
Yes, there is a policy.
Yes, well, a person has to protect themselves against the wicked tricks of fate. Very sensible.
One of us had to be.
I'll take care of the funeral expenses, help you to organise things. It's the least I can do. I just want to help. And a man should be laid to rest with dignity. Dead.
In Hertfordshire, there are major sewer repairs.
Well and truly. A little furry pancake. Needed a shovel to lift him off the road.
Mike Alexander of the AA.
What do you expect? 20-ton of articulator lorry you can't argue with. I bet the wife's upset. Think he was human the way she's going.
Gotta get attached, don't they?
Yeah.
I hope this isn't going to take long.
A small formality, my dear. All you have to do is sign a few papers and leave everything to me. Don't worry.
You know, Terry, as lovers go, you're not too bad.
Yeah, well, I practice a lot. On my own, you know.
Anyway, I thought we were going to have a bath before we did all this.
That's right, yeah. Yes, madam. You're quite right. We're going to have a bath. But you get the end with the taps.
My hero.
I'm sorry we can't accommodate your late husband here on the premises, Mrs. Chambers, but as you can see, we are rather full.
Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it. I can't have him at home. I've got my mother staying. She and my husband hated each other. To have him lying around the house yet again would be just too intolerable. Perhaps we should try somewhere else.
Forgive me, Mrs. Chambers, but this is not the kind of thing you shop around for, my dear. And Mr. Medhurst here does a lovely funeral, believe me.
Medhurst.
Forgive me. And he's already handling the arrangements for bringing Joe, God rest his soul, back into the country.
Yes, but what about the body?
Well, that's not a problem. I will arrange a dignified place of temporary rest. What are friends for? I want you to drive me back to the office and then take Mrs. Chambers home.
She's standing it then?
What, do you think I make a living by being a bad judge of people? She's a million.
Yeah, but Arthur Daly.
Intellectuals, I should trust. Geezers with nas. Now listen, Randolph. If you want to make a crust in this wicked world, always use mugs. Take my word for it, we're surrounded by them.
What about incapable?
Yes, well, when you've dumped the grieving widow, go find him before his liver winds up in a bottle.
I'm so terribly sorry, madam.
Oh, God.
Would I could make contact with him, madam. If perchance you have his ear, so to speak, perhaps you could say a few words on my behalf.
You're disgusting.
I'll have you know I was once a professional man of some repute. And a fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons.
Arthur, it's for you. It's Monty Wiseman.
Monty Wiseman? Hello, Monty. Yeah. Of course. Well, you know me, always ready to discuss a bit of business. Yeah, sure. Where? All right, yeah, I'll drop in.
Oh, I don't think I feel very well.
I'm not surprised. Look at you. Look at you. You're an affront to nature. A bottle on some laboratory shelf you'll end up in.
That may well be, but my brain is in very good condition.
Well, Arthur, have the good sense to have a trade. So much money you got, you couldn't use £1,000 for a few hours graft?
Grand?
Do you want to haggle?
Oh, no, but there are, one or two things to consider.
Cash, ready as in the hand, no VAT. What's to consider?
Well, I mean, it is a bit, I mean, why can't you handle, well, not handle, but deal with it?
Well, it's the wife. Nervous disposition. I mean, a thing like that lying around the house. You understand, it's not nice. Anyway, Joe, she didn't know.
Oh, he's not a relation, then?
He's not even the same religion.
But if he's not a relation, why are you,
Well, close personal friend, no family. What could I do, Arthur? A man must be laid to rest with dignity.
Dignity? In my lockup?
Well, he won't be complaining, will he? Arthur, last time I saw a pair of legs like that, one of them had a message tied to it.
Help. Or do it for you, eh? Go on, next.
Help! Assist! Aid! Give him a hand, remember?
Great. Come in. Get some of that down you.
Thanks.
Well done, my dear.
You're Arthur, right?
Such is my name.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was Arthur.
It is Arthur.
So who's such?
Pardon? Terry, what is happening? I seem to be missing something.
Oh, no, not at all. Come on, what about this job? Don't be daft, spit it out.
Well, look, we've got to go to the airport tomorrow and pick someone up.
Or someone who's flown in.
Will have been flown in, yeah.
That's no problem, is it? You've got your motor?
No, it's not that. It's a little bit more complicated. You see, he's a bit incapacitated.
Oh, an invalid.
Yeah, you could say invalid, yeah.
A wheelchair job, is it?
No, not wheelchair, but he is very, very ill.
How ill?
Could say terminally.
Terminally?
Well, to be really accurate, I mean precise. He's dead.
Here, you seen Incapable?
No.
You? You seen Incapable? Justice.
Now, let me get this straight. Monty Wiseman is paying you 500 quid to collect a dead mate of his, and you are going to keep the body in your slaughter.
Well, you can't turn down that kind of dough, Terry.
If I didn't know you, I'd think it was a wind-up.
No, it's serious.
You're dead serious.
Yeah. Oh, Terry, please.
Monty Wiseman ain't got any friends. I mean, Monty Wiseman is so crooked he'd nick the rings from under his mother's eyes. I mean, if he's parting with a monkey, there's got to be a catch.
So young and yet so cynical. Look, the man is a close personal friend. Even the Monty Wisemans of this world are entitled to a moment of genuine grief.
Look, if he was grieving, he wouldn't be dumping his friend in your slaughter, would he?
He's not a slaughter, he's a warehouse, Terry. Unfortunate term in the circumstances.
One of us must be drunk.
It's all within the law, legal and proper, I tell you.
Yeah, but that Monty Wiseman, the people he knows, the places, I mean, he could have dumped his friend anywhere, couldn't he? I mean, why pick on us?
Trust, I suppose, Terence. Plain and simple trust.
Listen, Mont, you sure about all this?
Randolph, possession is 9 points of the law, right?
So they say.
So, if we run into a little difficulty, who's in possession?
Arthur.
Right.
Look, shut.
Huh?
Maybe it's been a bad month for death.
Terry, I'm not sure what their opening hours are.
Listen, what this geezer die of, anyway?
Heart attack on a boat on the way to Malta. According to Monty. And that's why the departed has got to be flown back so that his mortal remains can repose somewhere till Monty makes arrangements for the funeral.
Yeah, but shouldn't his mortal remains repose in a place like this?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
perhaps there's other company in there. Or perhaps Monty wants to mourn in private. I don't know. Mr. Midhurst?
Midhurst, yes. Can I help you?
Yes, are you the underhand?
The funeral director, yes.
I'm Mr. Daly.
Oh, yes, Mr. Wiseman did ring and explain things. Will you come in a minute? I'll just get the coat and the papers. Oh, it's all right. We're not open yet. Only the walking allowed. Will you be accompanying me in the van to the airport, or do you have a car?
No, we'll just follow you up in the car.
Oh, I see. Now, I understand from Mr. Wiseman that you are in some way related to Mr. Chambers.
Mr. Chambers?
The deceased.
Oh, yes, distantly second cousin. We've never actually met, socially, that is.
Oh, I see. Still, it's never pleasant, is it? Well, I'll get my coat and we can be on our way.
What was all that then? I didn't know Monty was going to tell him I was a cousin.
You better read that.
What to do after death? Oh, Terry. This don't seem right to me, Terry.
That's what I've been trying to tell you, innit?
No, not that. It is. I mean, it should be us. And blokes in dark suits. I mean, look at that undertaker. He's wearing a sports jacket. Anyone would think we'd come to collect furniture. No respect these days, Terry. No respect at all.
Well, I shouldn't think it would upset your second cousin too much.
Mr. Daly, it's all in order. They're bringing the body out now.
Well, go on then.
Come with me. Urgent medical supplies?
It's all right. It's quite standard. Just a discreet way of transporting, that's all.
Oi, you. How long's this cousin of yours been brown bread?
Terry.
Well, it could be unhealthy, couldn't it?
Well, actually, the body was embalmed at the port of call.
Well, that's a relief.
If you could just give me a hand to load it up.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to move the transit, aren't we? The key's in it.
No, Terry, no, I'll do that. You help Mr. Meadhurst.
Hold on, that'll do you. All right, hold on.
It'll be heavy.
Well, it's a dead weight, isn't it? Open the doors.
Give it a shove and it'll slide inside.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Bloody hell, Arthur! Sorry, mate.
That's all right.
Not you, him.
It's not funny at all. That is a kind of irreverence for the human condition I find totally offensive.
Especially at 500 quid a time, eh? Oh, yeah, how much am I getting out of that?
Oh, well, that depends on how long you have to spend with the late lamented Mr. Chambers.
Do what?
Oh, sorry, didn't I tell you? Monty wants someone to watch over his poor perished pal while he makes all the arrangements, you know. He wants someone to sit with him.
How do you feel now, dear?
I feel perfectly all right, Mother.
Good.
I did know about his heart, you know.
Gadding around the world like that. He never did have any consideration for others.
Not totally inconsiderate, at least he's left me comfortable.
Yes, and you be careful some other man doesn't come along to take advantage of it.
Don't worry, I will be.
When did you say the funeral was?
Tomorrow.
Nice of that Mr. Wiseman to help out.
Convenient, yes.
No, Arthur. Definitely not. There is no way I'm going to sit minding a bleeding corpse.
Just for a short time, Terry, until Monty can make other arrangements.
Are you deaf or something?
No.
Exactly, that's my answer too. No, N-O, got it?
You don't have to make your mind up now. This will be on nice wages.
Arthur?
Not here, surely.
Well, it is only temporary, you know, till Mr. Wiseman makes other... Oh, I'll just make some room while you and Terry...
Well, it's not very orthodox, Mr. Daly.
Well, I do believe my late cousin was not famed for his formality. But it's all right, isn't it? I mean, there's no lawful reason why...
No.
Good. Well, don't stand there, Terry. Give Mr. Meadhurst a hand. Oh, and move my car out of the way. and lock it.
Okay, Arthur, I'm not sure, maybe a couple of hours, right? Just make sure he's not left on his own.
I'll be off then.
Hold on, I'm coming with you.
Yeah, but Monty, Monty?
Wait, come on.
Monty! Oh,
No, Arthur.
God. Look, it's only for a couple of hours, Terry.
Arthur, not even for 10 minutes.
I tell you what, look, 50 sobs. No, I can't say fairer than that. And that is on top of the pony I've already given you.
No.
75.
100.
Done. Cash in your claw. Soon as Monty weighs in, you can collect. You have my committed word.
No. I mean, he's probably going to knock you anyway, isn't he? Besides, I've got a meet.
Hey, you've got a meet?
Yeah, I promised Nancy I'd take her out for a cuff.
A drink? That's charming. That is nice. I am in Stook and you're going birding it.
Well, it's only a couple of hours, isn't it? I don't see why you can't dwell here.
Oh, Terry, I would, but I promised her indoors I'd take her shopping at Brent Cross.
You?
Yeah. And she'll go potty if I don't turn up.
Look, just bell her and explain things.
I'll leave it out, Terry. She wouldn't believe it.
I don't bleed and believe it. I'll see you later.
Oh, Terry. Terry! Hey, don't shut the door!
Wake the schmuck up, Randolph.
He's well zonked, Mont. You ain't gonna get much joy out of him for some time.
Aye, that's all I need. Well, tie the drunken bub to the bed so as he can't get his hands on any more booze when he wakes up. We'll come back later.
Terry. Ooh, what are you doing here?
You invited me, remember?
Oh, that's right. Come on in. Come here.
It's all right, isn't it? Yeah, the door was open, so I just came up.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about that. It's an open house. It's a squat. Everybody's welcome.
Everybody?
Well, not everybody.
I don't want to be your plaything for an idle hour, you know.
There's a drink over there if you want one yourself. Or, you want something else?
Listen, do you have to smoke that crap?
Hello?
Hello, Wiseman Enterprises.
Mr. Wiseman, this is Mr. Meadhurst.
Oh, hello, Mr. Meadhurst. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm afraid we have a little problem concerning the late Mr. Chambers.
Problem? What do you mean? What problem?
Well, I've had a phone call from the coroner's office requesting a post-mortem. I have informed Mrs. Chambers.
Just a moment. How come the coroner knows about my friend?
Well, you've probably forgotten, but I did explain to you that it is incumbent on the funeral director to inform the coroner.
A courtesy call, you said?
Well, yes, but I'm afraid I shall have to collect your late friend and deliver him to the mortuary in order for the post-mortem to be carried out. That is the law, Mr. Wiseman, and there's nothing we can do.
Randolph!
I'm afraid the funeral arrangements for tomorrow will have to be cancelled, Mother.
Can't rely on the man even when he's dead.
Where the hell are you going to?
I'm leaving. I'm going home. I don't feel very well.
You ain't going nowhere.
Please, Monty. I've had the most disturbing experience. I feel quite wretched.
Wretched? What's wretched already?
That in there, it was horrible. Horrible. It moved and made the most weird noise. I'm telling you, Monty, it is not of this world.
Have you been drinking?
Drinking?
Come on.
No, Monty. You're tampering with the forces beyond the pale.
Where is it?
Over there, on the pet food. The undead. It's not natural, Monty.
Shut up, Arthur. Give us a knife.
Look, Monty, please. I've read my Dennis Wheatley. You are dealing with the supernatural. Ouija, ectoplasm, that sort of thing. Evil beyond man's understanding.
What are you? Crank or some kind?
Here, Arthur. This casket is zinc-lined, hermetically sealed with solder. Nothing has got out of here, and that includes the undead.
Look, Monty, I know what I saw, I know what I heard. I'm not an idiot.
Yeah, Arthur. Now listen, have you got a roof rack or something around here? Roof rack? Yeah, they go on top of cars to put luggage in.
I know what a roof rack is.
Well, have you got one, Arthur?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do a very nice line in roof racks. I can let you have 2 dozen at cost
We
price.
only want one. Well, get it. We've got to shift this right away.
Shift it? Why?
Because they want to commit unspeakable indignities on my friend here.
Unspeakable indignities?
Yes, Arthur. And that I cannot allow them to do.
Who?
Interfering bureaucrats, that's who. Unfeeling schmucks.
The coroner wants to slice him up.
But that's official. I mean, you can't just hide a body.
You want a bed?
Where?
You're nice. You're a little bit old-fashioned, but nice. Not like most of the guys I meet.
Do me a favour, Arthur. Stop whining about Terry.
Monty, this is the boys' home. I mean, nobody likes strangers parked in their living room. Especially dead ones.
You're right, Arthur. Randolph, slap it in the bedroom, it'll be easier.
You working tonight?
Yeah.
Or shall I come down and see you?
Yeah.
Do you want to go home?
No, I can't go back to my pad. The boys are going to be all over the place.
Let's go to mine then. You two, all right? Well, I'll have another one, yeah, Nance.
Oh, no, thanks, not me. Don't need it.
Well, you look nice and jolly.
I had a bereavement in the family, ain't I?
Oh.
Our old Tommy got run over.
Tom?
A cat.
Oh. Fond of it, were you?
Couldn't stand the bleeding thing.
Oh.
Well, I'm afraid I don't understand, Mrs. Chambers. You say that Mr. Wiseman never told you where your husband was.
No, he didn't, and I can see why.
And that Mr. Daly, the man who accompanied me to the airport, is in no way a relation.
Don't you think I would know if he was?
Well, yes, of course, but it does all seem to me to be just a little odd.
Odd is hardly an adequate term to describe the fact that my late husband has been Parked in a garage, Mr. Meadhurst.
Well, I can assure you, Mrs. Chambers, I naturally assumed...
Yes, I know it isn't your fault. But if there's something funny going on, I would like to know about it.
Funny?
It could affect the insurance policy.
You go spare. Absolutely spare.
There you go, Walt. That should do it for the minute.
Oh, my good God.
Huh? What's the matter?
The nameplate. It's the wrong way up.
So what?
So what? You've got your... He's upside down.
Well, I don't suppose the blood will rush to his head.
Monty, I have to tell you, I am beginning to think your interest in your dear friend is less than sentimental.
Arthur, me? Monty Wiseman? How could you think such a thing?
And I don't think you've been absolutely straight with me.
Really?
Well, not lies, actually, but, you know, little bits of omission.
Randolph and me, we have to go somewhere to collect someone. Now, you'd better be here when we come back. We wouldn't want Randolph to have to spend time looking for you, now would we, Arthur? Schmeitz.
Can I come?
Terry? I can explain everything.
I think you bleatin' better. You seem to know Mr. Daly and his assistant, Sergeant.
Oh, yes, I know them, Mr. Midhurst.
Meadhurst?
And Monty Wiseman.
I do hope you don't mean in a professional sense, Sergeant.
That's precisely what I do mean, madam.
I don't understand. What is going on? What has happened to my husband's body?
I don't know, madam, but I intend to find out. What do you think, Jones?
Well, with that little firm, it's got to be a bit iffy, Gav. But I wouldn't have thought Arthur and Terry were in the same league as Wiseman.
Perhaps Arthur's getting ambitious.
Sergeant?
I'm sorry, madam, just thinking out loud. Now, tell me, you say your late husband worked for Monty Wiseman. Doing what, exactly?
We never talked much about what he did. Some sort of travel career, as I understood it. Mr. Wiseman has a travel agency, you see.
And that's not all.
Sergeant, I demand that something be done about this.
I couldn't agree more, madam.
I want this out of here, and I want it out now.
Well, you know what Monty Wiseman's like.
He's going to know what I'm like.
Yeah, but he can be very persuasive.
So can I, Arthur.
Yeah, but you're forgetting Randolph. He can be even more persuasive.
I can be downright insistent.
Oh, calm down, Terry. It's not all that bad.
Not all that... Do you believe him? He puts a dead body in my bedroom and he says it's not all that bad.
Well, I agree it's not a situation one finds desirable.
It's bleeding obscene.
Please, Terry, that is not nice. Remember, we are all mortal.
Well, if he had to be laid to rest, the bedroom is as good a place as any.
Now, don't you start. Anyway, I ain't been laid to rest, has he? Standing up in my flat.
I don't think so, Terry.
You've even got him on his head.
No, that wasn't me. That was Monty and Randolph done that.
That bleeding Wiseman.
I'd hardly call him wise. A little bit of levity, Terence, just to try and get the situation into perspective.
The situation, Arthur, is I don't want dead bodies as part of my fixtures and fittings.
Look, Terry, I can understand you being a bit upset.
Oh.
But I am also upset.
Oh.
I have been witness to unexplainable phenomenon and am exposed to dark forces. I've had a very disturbing experience.
Arthur, what are you talking about?
The occult, Terry, the occult. Spirits of the nether regions. Things that go bump in the night. Or day, in this case.
I'm sorry, mate, I ain't standing for that.
What?
Arthur, I know you. It's me, Terry, right? He's going to tell me some lunatic story and then expect me to think, oh, well, it's poor old Arthur, I'd better help.
That has no bearing on the matter. It happened. I even passed out. I fell and hurt my head. Look, Phil.
I'm not interested, Arthur.
All right, have it your way. I was obviously wrong to expect a sympathetic hearing from someone I've always thought of as a friend and a confidant.
Don't you ever stop. All you're thinking about is the dough you're going to make out of this lark.
I'm glad you brought that up, because it did cross my mind, and I dismissed it immediately. But as I say, I had no choice. And now that he's a fait accompli, I think it only fair that you should have half the fee.
Arthur, will you get it into that thick head of yours? Something is very dodgy here.
Well, I did say to Monty I didn't think he was being entirely frank with me.
Look, just think about it, eh? Why won't he let the coroner get his hands on his late friend, eh? What's there to hide? I mean, there might not even be a body in there. Could be full up with dope or something. And we could be in right stock if this all comes on top.
Well, let's open it and find out.
No, we mustn't open it, no, Terry, no.
Not wise, man.
Pardon?
Look, nobody's opening anything, right? I'm going to run you home, and then I'm going to sort out Monty and Randolph, the Red-Nosed Ranger. And you are going to stay here in case I miss them.
No, I'm not staying with Thingy, not after what I've been through, Terry.
It's like you said, innit?
What?
You've got no choice. Come on, Curly.
Don't worry, Arthur. Just keep a stiff upper.
She's American.
Good morning, sir. Can I help?
No, not yet, no.
Terry, what can I do for you? Sit down and tell me the problem.
I want that body, if that's what it is, removed from my flat, and I want it done now.
No interruptions. If that's what it is. Now, Terry, what are you saying? You haven't made the mistake of tampering with that casket, have you?
No, I haven't, no. But don't you make the mistake of thinking it's got anything to do with you or that pudding you keep on a leash.
All right. You've got the needle, I can understand that, but I'm sure we can come to some arrangement. Now, look, I'll tell Arthur to give you half the grand I'm bunging him.
Grand?
Well, I know it's generous to afford, but what the hell, a favour's a favour, right?
Wrong. That is not staying at my gaff at any price.
Nah, don't be unreasonable, Terry. I mean, 2 hours, that's all, no longer. You don't even have to go back home. As soon as Randolph rings me, I'll schlep round there with him, and soon after we'll all be away. I'll give you my word.
It is not staying at my place for 2 minutes, let alone a couple of hours. Now listen, you get it shifted, or I'm going to bung it in the street and the old bill can sort it out.
Terry, listen, what can I do? Randolph is making arrangements for somewhere now. As soon as he rings, I promise you.
Well, it better be before I get home. Already.
Darling, don't parade around. Get on that phone and get me some wheels.
Don't, please don't. Don't. I'm perfectly all right.
Incapable, I'm waiting, please.
My name is Mr. Sims.
All right, Mr. Sims. Shift your drunken ass, please! Come on, you look lovely. And don't forget your toolbox.
I'm not going to do it.
What are you, some kind of nut as well as a lush?
I'm sorry, Mr. Weissman. It's both immoral and illegal.
Can you believe this schmuck? Listen, you won't even have to worry about slipping with the scalpel on this one. The man's dead already.
I'm sorry. The answer has to be no.
Oh, come on, get hold of him.
Terry, what you doing?
I'm getting rid, that's what I'm doing, and now you're here, you can give us a hand.
Look, we're supposed to be minding this. Monty will go berserk.
I don't give a monkey's what Monty will do, it's going!
Terry! What you going to do with it?
I don't know. Dump it somewhere.
Dump it? Terry, there's a human body in there. You know respect. They teach you nothing in school assembly.
What's up, Arthur? You worrying about the grand that Monty promised you?
That is not the point, Terry. It's a matter of human dignity. This is sacrilegious. And what would he think? Have you thought about that?
Look, just get the other end up. Otherwise I'll drag it out by myself. Get the other end, come on.
Careful. You're making a big mistake, Terry. You're not thinking. I mean, if anything goes wrong, it's all legal and proper, isn't it? I mean, we're in the clear, but if it goes missing and the old Bill gets involved, we'll be in right trouble.
Look, just move it, will you? Turn round, it'll be easier.
Wait.
Hang on, come on.
Wait for a minute. Terry, you've gone and done it again.
You wait here. So, what is this desecration?
This was not my idea, Monty. Tell him, Terry, tell him.
I'll have your legs for this, Arthur.
You're going to have mine as well, then.
Randolph, Arthur, take this back inside.
Hold on. If you'll pardon the expression, gents. Over my dead body.
Monty.
Stop. Leave it to me.
That is a comfort.
What the hell's going on here?
Mrs. Chambers, I assure
Are you responsible for this?
Good gracious me, no, it was him, you see.
You? Oh,
Terry!
I want these animals arrested, Sergeant!
Be my pleasure, madam. An unhappy accident, Mr. Chisholm. I just came to collect my poor departed friend and...
Can it, Monty? Well, I don't know what the wording on the charge sheet will read. Body snatching more or less went out with Burke and Hare. But I should think conspiracy will do for starters.
Now, don't be hasty, Mr. Chisholm. This has got nothing to do with me.
No, or me.
No, we were just doing Mr. Wiseman here a favour.
That's right.
You? A favour?
Well, the service then. Mere paid hirelings. It was simply a question of storage till Mr. Wiseman could make funeral arrangements.
At least that's what he told us.
Now, Mr. Meadhurst here can confirm my role in this unhappy affair. Please.
Yes, I suppose so. I did phone Mr. Wiseman a few hours ago with the coroner's decision.
Yeah, that is correct. So I came over as soon as I could to inform Mr. Daly. And what do I find? My friend cast on the steps like so much garbage. A tragedy. God knows what they were up to.
Who knows what we were up to? Now, come off it. You know very well what we were doing.
Well. Incapable. Now, what would Monty be wanting with you?
Well, I let him get in touch with his solicitor. He's not right. The Aurora Baker's forces allows him to get in touch with someone. I have been held in custody for over 24 hours in a cell. That is an affront to human dignity. Not to add the citizen's inalienable right to adequate toilet facilities. I shall be getting in touch with my MP for a clear case of police brutality. Not to mention the
Will
fact
you
that...
turn it in? It's your bleeding fault.
Oh, God, what's her indoors going to say?
Telling you had a bad case of coughing.
No, Terry, this is no time for uncouth levity.
Well, Arthur, managed to sort out a few facts, thanks to Incapable.
Incapable?
The geezer in Monty's car.
Oh, I'd like to say neither Terry nor me never met him.
I know, Arthur. Must be your lucky day.
Does that mean we can go, then?
Do you know why Incapable is called Incapable?
Well, no, how could we?
Oh, that's right. How could you? Anyway, he used to be a surgeon. And one day he went into the operating theatre and his scalpel slipped and a patient died. So he lost his job and took to the source.
Well, this is interesting, isn't it, Arthur?
So Monty got hold of Incapable to perform an operation on his so-called mate Chambers, who was acting as a courier in stolen diamonds for the bold Monty, and used the novel idea of smuggling them inside his stomach. He swallowed them and waited for nature to take its course.
Could I have a drink of water, please?
Anyway, the geezer had a heart attack and Monty wanted his stones back.
It's really strange. So how did you and Arthur get out of it?
There was no evidence. They did an autopsy on Chambers but didn't find anything. Yeah, even Wiseman got off. What do you mean we've got to go to the funeral?
It's just a formality, Terry, a mark of respect, that's all. Anyway, Monty insists.
Oh, he does he?
Well, what he said was, either we go or I don't get paid. Amounts to the same thing. Just finish off the job, that's all.
Finish off the job?
No, not finish off the job, that's all done and over, but tidy up the loose ends.
What loose ends?
Now, look, I don't understand it either, Terry. The point is, Monty owes me, us, for all the aggro, and I intend to see that you get it.
I am the resurrection and the life, saith the Lord. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. O let thine ears consider well the voice of my complaint. Lord, who shall dwell in thy tabernacle? Even he that leadeth an uncorrupt life, and doeth the thing which is right. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. We commend into thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of this our brother departed. And we commit his body to be consumed. And we beseech thy infinite goodness to give us grace to live in thy fear and love, and to die in thy favour. That when thy judgment shall come, which thou hast committed to thy well-beloved Son, both this our brother and we may be found acceptable in thy sight. Grant this, O merciful Father, for the sake of Jesus Christ, our only Saviour, mediator and advocate. Amen.
Yeah, cop this, cop this. Let's go, let's go.
What is that, Monty?
They must have missed them at the autopsy. They had to be there in the mortal remains. And diamonds are immune from fire, right? Well, let's go, Schweitz!
If I didn't know better, I would have thought you were about to nick the ashes of the late Joe Chambers.
Oh, leave off. I know, we're mere employees, Mr. Chisholm.
Me? You've got to be joking. We were just going to spread the ashes on the river.
Well, that's down to the widow, Monty.
I love Joe as well, you know.
A nice guy. A nice guy, they said, Terry.
A diamond, Mr. Chisholm.
Is that definitely it?
No question. I'm not kidding, Terry. The bloke was set to rip me off from the word go.
Yeah, I never fancy this sort of job. Every time I've done it for Arthur, the punter turns out to be on the dole, living in one room with about 10 kids.
Oh, yeah. Well, he shouldn't be spending 250 quid on his V-Reg Granada.
Didn't, did he?
Exactly. Honest, that kind of debt could put me out of business.
Yeah, well, I'm only going to have a polite word with him.
Yeah, I don't care how polite you are, just get me money.
Hang about.
Hey, Terry, that's not him.
Can I have a quiet word, pal?
From Mr. Merrick.
No. I'm from Des. He wants to know when you're going to pay for that new gearbox. I'm afraid you can't just sit there, Sunbeam. He wants his money, and he wants it now.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Get the hell out of it! Get the stuff!
Excellent lunch. Very tasty. Now, I must say, I thought it lowered the tone of the place, serving up that fried bread. Crouton? No, now you're talking. Top-notch, that.
I was going to suggest that we finalise things over another brandy.
Where were you thinking of? I mean, it's well after 3.
Well, we would go to my club, but it's been redecorated. Look, why don't we go to yours? I believe you mentioned it earlier.
Ah. Yes. Well...
Where'd you go?
The Winchester Club, please.
Where?
What?
All right here, Miss Matthews?
Yes, fine.
I'll just order the drinks. Go ahead.
Arthur.
2 large brandies, please. And Dave, better make it a good start.
Would this be a cash transaction, Arthur?
Now, on the slate, Dave. And Dave, was a favour.
That depends, Arthur.
Make it Mr. Daly, will you?
Mr. Daly?
Just for the day.
It's true.
Oh, and bring them over, will you?
There will be a service charge.
It's a bit bohemian, but the members like it.
Yes, it's the sort of place I imagine small-time criminals drinking in. Your brandies, Mr. Daly?
Thank you, David.
You'll forgive me for not pulling the forelock, Mr. Daly, but the doctor has told me to leave it out on account of going blind.
Bit of a character.
In the past 3 months, 2 diamond merchants have been robbed in broad daylight. Now, on both occasions, they were carrying gems worth over £20,000. And on both occasions, they were travelling distances of not more than a couple of 100 yards. They were unaccompanied.
Leaving themselves wide open, weren't they?
On the other hand, one doesn't want to walk around the garden with a couple of uniformed security guards.
Oh, no, of course one doesn't.
Dealing in precious gems is a delicate and complex business. Large sums of money changing hands, sharp fluctuations in the market, heavy gains, heavy losses. Discretion is essential.
Large sums of money changing hands. Heavy gains. Rest assured, Mr. Matthews, you and I speak the same language. And I can supply you with just the help you need.
Good. There's a phone message, Mr. Daly. A certain Desmond calling on behalf of Mr. Terence McCann to inform you that Mr. Terence McCann has landed himself right in it.
David, you must stop pulling my leg, or I'll have to report you to the committee.
I am the committee.
Wait, Des. Are you certain you didn't know that geezer? Or his mates?
I swear to God, if that wasn't the puncher I put the new gearbox. Yeah, he must have sold the motor, the rotten slag. I'll just drive round the block, he says. Yeah, see how it feels. 10 minutes later, I'm still waiting there like a right Nelly. Mind you, if I'd known you were walking into that ruck, I'd have never have asked. I'm sorry. I really am. If there's anything I can do...
Well, there is, as it happens. What? You can buy me a beer.
Terry, don't be silly. You're not a well person.
Well, it's medicinal, isn't it?
No. Trouble is, I've still got this problem.
What problem?
Well, that 250 was my last chance. I might have to shut up shop. It's as bad as that. No.
Right, listen, make sure you finish my motor first, all right?
Oh, thank you for your sympathy.
Hello.
Thank you.
It's nice, isn't it?
Hey, you won't mind bugging me a bit in advance, would you?
No, it's a favour, isn't it? Well, anyway, I'm skinned. I'm sorry, mate.
Do you want to sit
No,
down?
Baz. No, I'm all right, thanks.
I think you ought to, a man in your condition.
You're talking about a man in my condition.
Pregnant, you know.
Get out of here.
The point is, Terry, you'll be on wages tomorrow. You know, with that diamond fella.
Desmond, you've got to bear in mind that Arthur knows nothing about the Trades Description Act, right?
What?
Well, if he says we're taking Fleet Street by storm, I know that I'll be minding the local newsagents for the next couple of days. So we'll see about diamonds and wages and all that tomorrow, right?
Get off!
All right, be like that.
No, I'm sorry, it's me eye, that's all. Look.
How'd you do that then?
These two got themselves into a fight with some young fellas.
Is that funny?
It wasn't so much a fight as a...
No, it was a bleeding ambush, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
an ambush.
Terence McCann got ambushed by a young fella. Where can we find him, Terry?
They weren't that young.
Yeah, we're moving in the wrong age group, Carol.
Yeah, let's leave the poor old devils in peace. They probably want a nice, quiet game of dominoes.
Hey, Carol, you can shuffle my dominoes any time you like. It's not a bad idea, that. Do you fancy it?
What?
A game of dominoes. Or do you prefer crib? Hey, how about a game of darts?
Desmond?
Where are we meeting this man of yours?
Oh, his favourite bistro. He generally indulges in a little coffee and croissants about this time. Oh, we've got a ticket.
Bacon sandwich and a large tea with that, please, George.
You're Arthur Daly's minder, aren't you?
That's right. Good name.
I heard a couple of youngsters caught you on the op. That'd be how you got that arm, I suppose.
No. Had this arm all my life.
Speak of the devil.
Hey, leave that. Terry, come on.
'em. 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 ' Let's not keep him waiting.
Terry, this is Mr. Matthews I was telling you about.
Nice to meet you.
Do you mind explaining that?
What? No, slight mishap. Nothing serious. 100% otherwise, eh, Terry?
Yeah, I'll get the plaster off in a week.
Oh, the hands.
There's obviously been a misunderstanding. I thought I'd impressed upon you, Daly, the seriousness of this job. We're talking about moving diamonds worth tens of thousands of pounds. We're talking about safeguarding them against experienced, violent criminals. And you bring me a man with a broken arm?
Mr. Matthews, please.
It's not good enough, Daly.
Just leave us for a minute, Terry, will you? Look, Mr. Matthews, I quite understand your reaction.
Ow!
Wait! Mr. Matthews, I quite understand your reaction. In fact, it is exactly what I expect. But you see, it's his pride.
Bacon sandwich and a tea without, please, George.
I mean, I try to tell him, but coming from you, he might take notice. Now, meanwhile, Mr. Matthews, rest assured I will have 100% operative with you first thing tomorrow morning.
With all limbs intact.
Without a blemish, Mr. Matthews, without a blemish. Stand on me. Thank you. Well, you blew that, didn't you? God, look at the state of this place. You always were a bit of a beatnik at heart, weren't you? Oh.
Your mate didn't seem too happy, did he?
Well, I'm afraid you, or rather we, lost ourselves a nice little earner there. The wages from that job would have spoiled the cut of your soup, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, back to normal next week.
Well, I think we'll have to consider you off sick from now on, Terry.
With sick pay?
What? Sick pay? That's not what you call sick, is it? That's more your self-inflicted.
Self-inflicted?
You can't expect money for that, my son. I must go, I've got to see Lenny Bowman.
What you seeing Bowman for?
No, just keep it in the swim, Terry, just keep it in the swim. I believe he's opening a string of discount massage parlours.
Discount? No, in him, it's probably self-service.
Yeah, that'd be enough of that.
Oh.
Next. Take yourself out. Can I always...
Tell Lenny Arthur Daly's here, will you? I gave him a ring earlier.
Oh, take us here today.
Come. Always had very good taste, did Lenny? Very impressive, I must say. I'll get one of my bad days with my back. I'll be very tempted to get one of you young ladies to come and sort it out for me.
This way, Mr. Daly.
Oh, yes, sir.
Arthur, house treat.
Oh, not so bad, Lenny, not so bad. Hey, nice bunch of girls. What you doing, staffing your massage parlours?
What? Oh, no. Hiring a new ticker.
Count them.
Always employ women these days, me old son. They work harder, and they don't booze it up. You any good at this?
Nah.
My turn with a black car, Vern. Now then, Arthur. How can I help?
Well, thing is, Lenny, my boy Terry's got himself in a bit of a scrape. He's what you might call Ulster combat at the moment. Just when I need a bit of impressive muscle. And, everybody knows you've got a lot of good boys, Lenny.
Get it back on the track, Vern. Get it back on. So you fancy borrowing one of my boys?
Yeah.
No problem, Arthur. Yeah, tell you what, you could have Vernon here for a couple of days. He could do with an outing. For crying out loud, when are you going to get the hang of this, Vern?
Sorry, Mr. Please.
Shall we say, pony a day, Arthur, eh? We'll settle up after.
Yeah, all right. Very grateful, Lenny.
Not forgetting expenses, me old son. My boy does like his grub, so keep him well fed. Oh, and Vern does all the driving. He can't stand being a passenger.
I better shoot, I suppose.
Have another with me, Terry.
No, I've got to sort out my motor with Des.
Go on and have one for the road.
No, I'm all right, thanks.
Yeah, Terry, if you're ever a bit on the boracic side, your credit's good down here, you know.
Oh. Cheers, Dave, but I don't want to start running up slates.
I just want you to know, that's all.
Is there anything else you want me to know?
You'll laugh. It's dead comical, really. I heard Arthur is going around with one of Lenny Bowman's boys. I thought it would amuse you.
Well, no, Arthur had a meeting with Bowman. Now somebody probably just clocked him.
He's got one of Bowman's boys grafted for him.
Arthur? One of Bowman's kids? Leave it out. Probably earning more than Arthur is already.
I thought it would make you chuckle.
We meet here at 3 minutes to 11. I've already walked the route. It should take no longer than 7 minutes.
Never make appointments on the hour. Very professional, that. We'll be here on the dot.
Your presence won't be required, Daly. Less people involved, the better.
Oh, fine. Well, how about spot of lunch?
Good idea. Very kind of you, Daly.
May I make a suggestion, Mr. D?
Oh, something wrong with the arrangements, Vern?
Oh, no. It's about lunch. There's this new treat out west that I'm dying to try. They do this dill mayonnaise with Dublin baked prawns, and a pal of mine says you can get Dom Perignon 73 for 18 quid a throw.
18 quid?
Excellent idea, Vernon. We can't afford to pass up a bargain like that, can we, Daly?
No. You're joking?
Oh, it's true. He's got this geezer Vernon working for him.
Well, it'll be just for the job with the jeweller fella, that's all.
All I'm saying is he could have told me. I mean, people are winding me up down the boozer now.
What? Julian Carroll? Pinky and Perky? Now you're being silly.
Yeah, and then there's Dave trying to dole out a bit of charity without me twigging.
Yeah, he's a good mate, is Dave.
I mean, the old manor knows except me.
Well. I never knew they did that.
What?
Fuel pump.
I know what it is. What's it doing in your hand?
Oh, Terry, you've got some problems here. I'll have to pop down to the parts dealer.
Oh, leave it out.
Oh, I'll need a few hours on this.
Hey?
Tell you what, I'll have it ready
First thing, yeah, I know. God, dear, if my life gets any worse, I'm going to have to ask you to stop helping me.
Well, I must say, Daly, that was an awfully good lunch. I'll see you later.
Oh, look, you got another ticket.
Des? Oh, hello, what's this? Clean-up campaign?
Just collecting a few of my personal possessions. Sorry about your motor.
Eh?
You'll have to phone up some Ponzi garage and get them to fix it.
Oh, do you mean you haven't done it yet?
That's right, because I can't get credit. So I can't get parts, so I can't get paid, so I can't get credit. Do you know about cash flow?
Yeah, I know about cash flow. Cash flows to Arthur and then trickles back to me.
Yeah, well, I haven't even got cash trickle. It's dead serious, Terry. Yeah, I could go out and liberate some nice W-Reg Merc, no problem. But I've knocked all that on the head. Oh, bloody hell, Terry. I'm going to end up on wages. I don't know. You try going straight, what happens? You end up in someone else's inspection pit, paying national insurance. What's that other bloody horrible stuff? Pay as you learn or something.
Didn't know it was that serious, mate.
An embarrassment, that's what it is, an embarrassment. Refuse credit on a few rotten gaskets.
Look, listen, I'll tell you what. We go back to that geezer with a Granada, right? We find out where he bought it, then we go and find that punter and get your 250 back. Come on, it's got to be worth a try, innit? Then maybe I'll get my Capri back at last.
Ah, it's no good, Terry. Come on, let's sling our hook.
No, let's give it another 10 minutes.
Well, maybe he lives round here. And he was going to work. In night shift.
Leave it out. Who the bleeding hell lives round here?
I do, actually.
Hang about, what's that?
Hey, that's him, innit? Yeah, that's him. Go on, have a word.
What, no, hold on. Let him get away from the car first. I lost him. But I think he works at a gaff called Porton and Mackey's. Do you know it?
Yeah, it's a big factory. They make pharmaceuticals. You didn't speak to him then?
No, I didn't bother looking for him, you know. Might have caused him bother. I'll pop back again later when he's finished work. In the meantime, let's find Arthur. See if he can sub us, get that Capri back on the road.
Arthur?
He's that desperate, son.
One final precaution. You carry this.
Anything you say, Mr. M.
Right, let's go.
$131. 32, yeah, we're nearly there.
Yeah. Isn't that Arthur?
Yeah, there he is. Come on, move it a bit, Des. Hold on. Arthur! Look, I'll go and catch him. You park up. Oi, I want a word with you.
Shut up, I want to watch this. Nice, very nice. That is a real McCoy you're watching there, my son. Keep your head down, I'm not supposed to be here. Come for that, neither are you. How the hell did you find me?
I asked Dave, didn't I? He gave me Matthew's address. He told me you were moving some diamonds. And not to tell anyone, because security was essential.
I don't like it, Terry, I don't like it being chased up in the middle of a big job.
I'm sorry about that, but I need to talk to you urgently.
I'm sorry, I'm tied up.
Sorry? Listen, you. I need help, right? Now, do I get it, or do I go back to that jeweller's and tell Matthews all about your security arrangements?
No, Terence, come on, let's go and have a tincture.
I promise I won't hit you over the head and run away.
Please don't try and persuade me it's inferior stuff. I happen to know otherwise.
There's a stone paper on the bench there. Open it. Carefully. You could have any one of those diamonds for it. Go on, choose one. You might make a profit.
They're all rubbish.
So you do know about diamonds. How on earth did you come by this?
I don't understand.
Oh, come off it, Matthews. You're no heroin dealer. Where did this stuff come from?
I was importing diamonds. I had someone walk them through customs.
A mule?
My employee started to work for somebody else. The routes were convenient, you see. One day, I happened to catch her with a half a kilo of heroin taped round her waist.
Quite a windfall.
Do you want the stuff or not?
Oh, I want it all.
Right. Bring the money to my office this time tomorrow morning.
No offices, no hotel rooms. We do all this in the open, where we can all see who's who and what's what. Now look, please, Matthews, you have no choice. Either we follow my methods or we drop the whole matter. And don't forget, the kind of people who lose half a kilo of heroin always find out who's got it in the end. So the sooner you get your money and disappear, the better. Agreed?
Yes, agreed.
I don't see those big Bond Street wheeler dealers coming to a place like this.
All right, that'll do. Before you start, perhaps you might notify the staff as to today's correct mode of address. Arthur, Mr. Daly. Or perhaps there's been a surprise announcement in the birthday honours list.
Leave it out, Dave. Large vodka slimline and a brace of lagers for these two.
What's all that about?
Oh, Dave here has just discovered satire.
Now listen, you. Two things, right? Now first, why didn't you tell me you were using this Vernon geezer?
Oh, him.
Yes, him. Now, what am I supposed to think when you go round on the sly employing other people, eh? Now, if I ought to be down the job centre, browsing, then you ought to tell me.
Terry, you've got a broken body.
Broken?
I swear to you, it was just a one-off. I didn't think it was worth mentioning. Anyway, he's eating me out of house and home. Where he puts stuff away, there must be something iffy with his insides.
Well, let's leave that for the time being. The second thing, Arthur, is money.
Dare you talk like that? It's hard times for all of us. That'll be 150, Arthur. Put it on the slate, Dave.
Nevertheless, the second thing is money.
What for? Pour down the financial black hole known as Desmond's Motor Repairs? Certainly not.
I'll tell you what. You can call it an advance on my next wages, right? Now, if you're not prepared to advance me any wages, I've got to assume that you're not going to get me any employment from now on. In which case, I'm going to go out and find someone else, right?
No. 20.
No. 50. 50 now.
Hello, Mr. D.
Hello, Vern. Meet Terry and Des. What do you want to drink?
Oh, that's very nice. As a matter of fact, I just had a cup of tea up west and it has given my palate a right portion of GBH. Hey, your face behind the bar. He couldn't do me a nice polyfoam on ice, could he?
Well, that sounds nice. I'll have a pint of that.
No, you won't. Come on. In my car.
Take care, Terence.
You worry about yourself, Vernon.
He's touchy.
Burning a bleeding lot of oil.
No, you're all right. Just don't do any long journeys.
How long's a long journey?
Well, say over 5 miles.
You're wonderful, you are, Ben.
I didn't mention it before, Daly, but this morning's little effort was something in the nature of a dry run.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Matthews. I didn't quite catch that.
A rehearsal, Daly. The serious business takes place tomorrow morning. I shall need to see you this evening.
At your office? 8:30?
Right.
Put the corks back in that lot and bung him a nice warm lager.
Excuse me, pal. Now, hold on. I just want to ask you a question about the motor, all right? Then I'll be out of your life forever. Where'd you buy it?
Sutton's on the Arrow Road.
Terrific. But it ain't full of sand.
Road dog.
Come on, darling. Desmond.
Here's to tomorrow.
Cheers.
Vernon?
Oh, back of the net.
We rendezvous here as before?
No, no, no. This transaction is being completed well away from here.
Oh, where's that then?
In the country.
Very nice, Mr. Rem.
It's Essex, in fact. I hand over the merchandise at 5:30 in the morning.
R5? Now, what sort of deal is this?
One that requires privacy.
Just a minute, Matthews. This is getting out of order. I'm full of sympathy for someone who deals in cash and has his books kept by a ghostwriter. But selling diamonds in some field at dawn, that's got to be as bent as a 9-bob note. I don't wish to be associated.
You have no choice, Daly.
Oh, yes, I have. No offence, but I'm going to take an early bath on this one. Come on, Vern. I know where I can buy you a provocative little cod and chips.
I'm sorry, Mr. D.
Yes, Vernon is getting his wages directly from me now.
It's, nothing personal. It's business, you know.
All right, I'll come. Tell me where the meet is, and on my word, I'll be there at 5:30.
You must think I'm an idiot, Daly. Do you think I didn't notice McCann hanging around yesterday? I haven't made up my mind yet whether you're trying to set me up or whether you're just plain stupid. But either way, I'm not letting you out of my sight until the deal has been done. That's why we leave for Essex in 10 minutes. No phone calls, no messages. There's a hotel near the meeting place. We stay there overnight.
Overnight?
God's sake, Dad, you don't think I'm paying you all this money for doing nothing?
Oh, it's not that. It's her indoors. If I stay out all night again this week, I'm a dead man.
Hello? Yes. Oh, hello, Terry. How's the motor?
Died a bleeding death, didn't it? Now, listen. I'm in a boozer called the Duke's Head, do you know it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one, right by the river, yeah.
Oh, it's all right for some.
The thing is, I run into the two chances I had the ruck with. So I'm stuck with no car, I'm dying for a gym, but I daren't go in case I move on. So what I want you to do...
Terry? Terry, are you there?
Oh, sorry about that, mate. I've just seen another familiar face. Look, get the truck and get round here as sharp as you can, right?
It just wasn't there. Honestly, Mr. Merrick, I don't think he made the drop.
I hope it has never entered your heads to try and rip me off.
No way would we do that, Mr. Merrick.
Very well. Go and check whether he made the drop. I trust him. Whatever he says will satisfy me.
Terry?
They're over there in the far corner. Right.
It's open. Anybody around here got a blue Cortina? V registration?
Yeah, why?
I think I saw a fella just trying to break into it.
drop was made, Michael. Now go and fetch your friend. Bring him back here so we can sort this out.
Oi, I think you met chasing round that corner.
Mick not coming?
What are you doing with my car?
Don't you remember me? You danced on my hand.
Bad time to bother me with that rubbish.
Now, don't get aerated. I've got something you need. Now, listen. If you're going to have a go, son, you better be convincing. I've played with the grown-ups. Sunshine! Yeah! You gonna let me have the stuff? You scratch my back, and I'll resist the temptation to jump on yours. So let's talk, eh? Now, what's your governor doing with this Matthews bloke? Yeah. Get stuff! You know Matthews. It's a posh geezer. He drives a Range Rover. Drugs, is it? I don't know, maybe. Oh, you'll have to do better than that, son, if you want your gear back. Yes, it's drugs.
People converge from miles around to delight in a salmon en croûte in pastry crust as light as a feather and supple herb cream sauce.
In fact, people do so much converging, they're usually fully booked down at the last damn sarnie.
How was I to know there was an agricultural fair on?
Still, we got to the meet nice and early. 5 hours early. I tell you, anyone asks me about investing in diamonds, they get a very short answer.
The proprietor suggests hazelnut and bramble meringue gap.
Will you shut up?
Oh, sorry, Mr. M.
And her indoor has been on a blower 3 times already.
Listen, if he does get in touch, tell him to phone me immediately. It's urgent, right? Got it? Come on. It's serious, Dave.
I've got to see a man about a dog.
You want me to go with him, Mr. M?
That's very kind of you, Vernon, but I am one of those people who can't do it while he's being watched.
The main road's a long way off, Daly. And even if you find it, you'll be too late.
You think I'm going to do a Captain Oates? Well, I'm coming back to this nice warm car, even if I do have to share it with you two. She. Please don't let it be vandalised. Hello, Dave. It's Arthur. Yeah. Terry said what? No, I can't hear, Dave. I can't hear. Listen, it's her indoors. Oh, my God, she has. Well, look, I can't face it myself. Well, make something up for crying out loud. What? Oh, all right. 2 miles north of Great Averham on the B1275.
Noticed I'm beating you with one hand. Hello? What? Yeah, Dave, yeah. Where? Are you? Yeah, all right, mate, yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Yeah, cheers. Ta-da. He's only somewhere in Essex, isn't he?
Good morning, Cinderella.
Good morning. No!
This is dead familiar. I reckon we've been here before.
We have. 10 minutes ago, only from the other direction.
Here come your punters, Matthews.
How many of you?
3!
We'll meet in the middle, all right?
Where's Merrick?
In the car!
He knows what he's doing. Look at that bloody mud.
You just start walking.
What a way to buy your jewellery, eh? I'll bet Cartiers don't work like this.
Put the briefcase on the ground.
I want to see the money.
Briefcase on the ground, then you can see.
Oh my God.
Now turn around and start walking. I'll do your kneecap, son, if you don't shut it.
Let's do as he says. Come on.
Stop there!
Over here. Get him, I'll stick him in there.
No! Not in there! Alan! Son, that's nice and cozy, isn't it? Alan! Take it up! Let me down! Don't leave me alone with these men, I beg of you! Burn and I'll pay you even more money! Anything you want! Please don't leave me with these men!
Hey, what about the diamonds?
Diamonds, you didlo. It's heroin, innit?
What?
Yeah, that would really ruin the cut of your suit, wouldn't it?
Go, let's get out of here.
Let's...
Hang about, fellas. I'll go and telephone the AA. Oi!
Don't tell me. This is one of those grotty little calves that actually serve fantastic food. And Richard Burton comes here at dawn for egg and chips, right?
All in one, Vern.
The geezer said he could only manage 110, so I said we'd leave it at that.
Well, in that case, I can only bung you a tenner. Sorry.
Now, where have I heard that before?
What you lot having, honey?
He only makes one of those a day, does George?
What's these little black bits on the eggs here? Trouble?
No, nothing nasty like that, Vern. Burnt the fat.
Come on, Vern. Back of the net.
You don't mind if we move to another table, do you, Vern?
Bon appetit.
Tommy.
Turn around and dip and roll the shoulder and use your arms. Tantalise. Tantalise, honey. Yes?
No.
Turn that bloody thing off. Come on, love, let's do it. No. Take them out one at a time.
Max?
Hello, Mr. Daly.
BAT, please.
Aye.
Vodka and tonic.
Oh.
Hey, what's all that about?
Leonard, best of the business. Any new girls we get, Leonard shows them how it's done. He used to be on television.
Did he? He certainly fooled him on What's My Line, wouldn't he? What is that?
New decor. Smart, isn't it? That'd be £2, please, Mr. Daly.
£2? No wonder you're having the place done out. Well, Mr. Simmons is here. I don't usually pay for drink. Hello.
If you're paying, I'll have one of these, cheers.
That'd be £3, please, Mr. Daly.
You just here for the dress rehearsal? You're going to stay and watch the real thing, eh?
I'm here on purely philanthropic grounds.
Filling who?
I am here on your behalf. I've come to see that you've settled in all right. Not to watch this unnatural behaviour. With inflated prices.
You are here to check that I turned up or not, so you can get your whack off of Simmons. Listen, what about the other geezer? Oi.
What?
The other geezer, Simmons' regular bouncer. What's happening to him?
He'll be up and about in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, you're all right here till then.
Up and about? You told me last night he'd been nicked.
Oh, well, no, not really nicked. More sort of, gashed.
Gashed?
That's Frank Downey. Frankie!
Well, Arthur.
What are you up to here? I haven't seen you since they put you up for that passport fiddle. What was it? Put your moustaches on bank robbers, wasn't it?
Yeah, they've done me for that. I've gone back to painting since I came out.
Well, I never. Terry, I want you to meet a friend of mine. Frank Downing, Terry McCann. Terry works for me.
Yeah, it's all right. We met earlier.
Terry's a minder. I rent him out, you know. Very useful, young Terry.
I've heard that.
You see? Top man in your field. World's most expensive lager in your hand. Endless display of bint under your nose. Not exactly blood, sweat and tears, is it?
No, all right. I'll manage, yeah. But I want to see some money for it at the end of the night.
Yeah, of course you do. I'll pop in later with some reddies. You can buy me a drink.
Won't let me forget that, will you? I'll tell you what. Couldn't paint a moustache on him, could you? Maybe he'd leave the country.
Is that a full-time game, Frank? Painting tarts on walls? That's just for drinking money. I'm doing some of the real stuff these days.
Well, I might be able to help you there. A friend of mine wants his squash court re-emulsion. If you'd like to name your price, I'll have a word with him.
Not house painting, Arthur. Pictures. Paintings. You know, you hang them on the wall and look at them.
Oh, paintings! Like Rembrandt and all that lot. The old Velvet Hat Brigade.
You got it, Arthur.
Well, I never. How very tranquil. There can't be a living, can it, Frankie? I mean, you have to be dead before you make any real money at that game.
With the ones I do, they usually are. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Genuine forgeries?
Let's say in the style of. Forgery is not a word they use a lot.
Frankie, would there be any room for an entrepreneur in this business? You know, someone with a bit of capital behind him, not short of a few quid?
You serious?
Of course I'm serious, Frank. Talking about money. Very serious stuff.
All right, Arthur. What are you doing right now?
£5 for a programme? God, they've got to be into a profit before one of these even comes off the wall.
It's all a con. Look around you. No matter whether the picture's genuine or not, they're all hyping each other. You know, the game's like any other business. It's all down to acquisition, investment, and pure greed. They want to be conned. They con each other, and they con themselves.
Well, business is business, Frankie. I mean, that is what makes the world go round.
That's the beauty of it. They make their own rules in this game. Come on, let's take a wander. I'll tell you about it. The point about art dealing is that it's all down to what they call provenance.
Oh, yeah.
That is, proving whether a picture's authentic. And the dealers call their own tune. It's their opinion that the punter goes. If they want a picture, they want to be...
Yeah, well, it's the same with motors, isn't it?
Of course it is. In this game, it's a lot easier. Because it's all down to signature. If you don't sign it, it's not fraud.
Frank? What sort of money are we talking about?
Depends on the painter. Anything from £500 to 500,000, if it's a good oil. A name they're looking for. We're talking about one of my genuine, one I could put a signature to. 5 or 6 grand.
5 or 6 grand, eh? Tell me more, Frank.
And 6. 6,200. 6,500. It's £6,500 now in advance on 6,500.
Wouldn't do to get a nervous tick out of turn, would it? I'd have to rush out and flog the motor to pay for it.
Doesn't work like that. You've got to prove your reserve before you're allowed to bid. The geezer up there's tuned into what's going on like a laser beam. Otherwise you could have a couple of hoorays bumping up the price for you.
4,800. At £4,800 now. Advance on 4,800. Lot 27, 19th century hunting scene. Unknown artist, possibly by J.F. Fernley. Bid me 2,005 this. 2,005 I'm bid. 2,800. 3,000. 2,002. 3,500.
Who are they all, Frankie? I mean, they don't look like your common garden art, do they? Exactly long hair and glasses.
Dealers. From all over the place. Paris, New York. Agents for private buyers. They don't like a lot of publicity in this game. So nobody knows who's buying what for who.
Fine.
Or why when you look at half of it.
1,800.
I can tell you who one of them is right now.
Yeah. Who's that?
Bald-headed geezer, gold-rimmed specs, second row. His name's Rory Quinn. Got a licence to print money down in Fulham. He's a bookie. I think I'll have to get down to some serious research into this game, Frankie. I mean, if Quinn's got his nose in a trough, he's got to be favourite.
27. 6,500. Quinn.
Come on then, I'll give up. What is it? Arthur?
Terry, that cost me £7.50.
Unofficial arts review? Art review? What's all that about?
This, my son, is the official form book of the art trade. I do not intend to start laying the odds without a little bit of research behind me.
Arthur, people do not bet on paintings. Not in this country, anyway. Hold on, you're onto a fiddle, aren't you? You're pulling a stroke, aren't you?
For your information, I'm about to make a foray into the artwork. Something a little more aesthetic than used cars and Japanese watches.
Are you saying you're setting yourself up as an art dealer? I don't believe it. You don't know anything about art.
It's all in here, isn't it? Names, dates, stables, starting prices. Yeah, listen to this. Look. Atkinson Grimshaw, Whitby by night. Signed, 1883, on canvas. 19 3/4 by 29 3/4. Auction by Woods. How much?
How the bleed know what I know?
£7 grand. And that is only Atkinson Grimshaw.
Who's he?
Oh, I don't know. But it's not the point, is it? The point is that one of his murky moonlit numbers is currently valued at £7 grand. If I could pick one of them up for a tenner in a junk shop, I'd be well in, wouldn't I?
So that's your new career, is it? Looking for undiscovered Atkinson Grimshaws. Well, listen, good luck, mate. Hope it all works out. And if you ever find any, give us a shout. I'll help you carry them all home.
Oh, it's funny you should say that, Terry. Because I was not going to impose on your free time, but there is a little favour in that direction you could do for me.
Favour? What fate? What do you mean, favour?
It's 10 o'clock, Frank. Brought you some coffee.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Listen, Frank, you've got to go this week. I mean, I know you've been good to me, but I think I've returned the favour. You can't doss here forever and no time soon.
I'm working.
Oh, I know what you're working on.
Works of art. Paintings in the manner of, not forgeries.
It doesn't matter. Kevin comes back and finds you. Here you go, man.
Why should he? All I've done is borrow some paints and a few books. I haven't strayed from the couch, have I?
It wouldn't make any difference. You're here and I'm here. That's all he needs. I've told him about you. I've told him it's finished. Wouldn't exactly look like he came back for living.
Good while it lasted.
You don't. That was 3 years, Frank. I'm not far.
Why'd you let me stay this time? I didn't exactly twist your arm, did I?
I know. I must be silly, mustn't I? But not that silly. And you've got to go as quick as you can. Please, Frank, don't make any trouble for me.
Bonjour tout le monde. Ici France Inter.
Bonjour tout le monde to you too.
Oh, hello. I was looking for Frank Downing. I was told he lives.
Sure. What do you want?
Well, a friend of mine's bought a painting and I've come to collect. If he sort of lives here, is he sort of in or sort of out? It's all right, I've come to collect a painting, not his national insurance contributions.
He's working. You better come in. Frank, there's someone here for you.
Who is it? What does he want? It's me, Terry. I've come to get Arthur's picture.
Oh, yeah. Hang about. Be with you in a minute.
It's good, isn't it? Bit dated, though.
It will be. When I get the geriatric code on it.
The what?
Did Arthur say anything to you?
No, he just said come and collect a picture. Didn't mention any geriatrics.
No. No, he wouldn't.
There you go.
Tell him I'll be in touch in a couple of days.
No, sorry. Well, I'll see you then. Cheers. Yeah, it's nice, that, isn't it? I want to see what all the fuss was about. Yeah, go treat with all the other stuff you got here.
What do you mean, stuff? What do you know, anyway? Only canvas you ever studied was covered in blood and boxing boots. Oh, it's a very fine piece. Reflective. Mellow.
Fake.
What do you mean, fake? Does that look like a fake to you?
Well, no. No, that don't. But you do.
I beg.
Oh, come on. You're no more an art collector than I am.
Oh, no? What do you think all this stuff is? You're surrounded by very tasteful artefacts. This will blend in very nicely.
I thought I was there, wasn't I? That little setup he's got, he can knock 'em out like ice lollies.
What did Frank say?
We didn't say anything, but I got eyes and a brain, haven't I? All right. Do you know what a geriatric...
Do what?
You should do, you're holding one. Yeah, you see, it's the finish they put on to make 'em look old. Geriatric, cool, blimey, you should know about that, shouldn't you? You see, it's varnish, bit of dust out the hoover, under the sun lamp for a couple of hours, and hey presto, one old Victorian masterpiece, brand.
What you been doing? Watching Open Bloody University?
O-level art forgery. you what, be careful. What? That's how Jesse James got shot. He was a bandit and all, wasn't he? Up a bit. Left a bit.
It's a shame.
What is?
You're a skilled artist, Frank. It's a shame you don't do something of your own instead of forging other people's work.
Yeah. Like painting murals in strip clubs.
You don't have to do that either. You could start by putting as much confidence into something of your own as you do into copy. Or maybe you've got nothing of your own to say. Is that it, Frank?
Now listen, this whole game's a rip-off. You know that as well as I do. Nothing's new, man. You just can't go any further. And all I'm doing is proving what a rip-off it really is.
It's all just a joke. Frank Downing strikes back. Okay?
Femmes sont toujours les femmes. Et merde pour la différence.
Hi.
Hello again. Well, I do hope this isn't just a coincidence.
Well, not really. I had to come down this way. And Frank told me where he'd met you.
That's the aftershave, isn't it? Oda Strip Club. Oh, it's a killer. Listen, I'll tell you what, I haven't had any breakfast yet, let alone lunch, so I feel like joining me in a bit of egg on toast, bacon, various.
I picked up with him when I came to college in London. I don't know, there seemed to be something glamorous and exciting about him then. It's not like that now.
So why are you still putting up with him? Well, it's your gaff, isn't it?
I share it with the guy I've been with for a while. Well, he's away, and when I ran to Frank in the Portobello, he was a long way down. He'd just come out of jail. He was very good to me once, and I really did love him. I felt very safe with the artful dodger.
2 eggs and bacon.
Oh, smashing, thanks a lot. It doesn't matter what you do for a crust, does it? I mean, love and that, it's... But why am I getting all this? Or is it just my animal magnetism?
You know what Frank's doing, so you must be in on it somehow.
Hold on. No, I'm not a crook, if that's what you're trying to tell me.
But Frank told me you work for a man called Arthur. He said Arthur was the craftiest villain in London, so I thought you must be one of the...
A man called Arthur. Oh, dear. Be writing his autobiography next. I'll tell you what, Frank can do the illustrations, can't he? Now, look, I've got no connection with Frank at all. I mean, I can hardly go and tell him to fold up his easel as far as you're concerned, can I? No, I'll work for Arthur. Well, I work with Arthur, really. Throw a bit of muscle about or drive a car. I'm a minder, and that's as far as it goes. Well, half the time, anyway.
What do you mean?
Well, Frank was wrong about me. But he wasn't totally wrong about Arthur.
Lovely.
Interesting, isn't it? Of course, Delaunay is generally regarded as the inventor of Orphic cubism. I wouldn't say this was Orphic in the strictest sense of the term. It does have that fusion with Fauvism that anticipates pure abstract painting.
Yeah. You in a business, sir?
Oh, yes, indeed. I picked that up at an auction in Paris last month. A little out of the mainstream these days, but I like it. Just the same concern with the emotional effect of colour as, well, any of the Impressionists. Don't you think so?
Oh, no, I'm no judge. No, that's why I've come to see you.
Really? Well, if you could tell me what it is you're looking for, I'd be glad to advise you.
Oh, no, I'm not buying. No, what I require is a professional evaluation of a recent acquisition of mine.
I take it you mean a painting?
A painting, yeah. But more your representational, not like all this rubbish, the things you've got here, More your horses, cows, chickens. Real painting,
Real painting? I see. Well, now, is it contemporary work?
No, it's not contemporary. Definitely not contemporary. I mean, it's been in the family for years. I only came by it after a recent bereavement. God rest her soul. It was covered in dust when I got it. Well, I mean, she was out of the ark herself, so it can't be, can it?
An heirloom, eh? Well, these things can sometimes be of value. Mr...
Daly. Arthur Daly. I'm in the entrepreneurial line myself, property, automobiles, manpower services, that sort of thing. Nothing as specialised as your game. Which is why I've come to...
Yes, of course. Well, perhaps if you could show me the painting itself, Mr. Daly, I might be able to express an opinion for you.
No problem. No problem at all.
The only trouble is, it's the old eternal triangle, isn't it? I mean, if I had a word with Frank, it would just make things stickier.
But what about Arthur? Maybe if I said something to him...
Arthur? No, he's not too receptive to things like that. Not unless there's a few bob in it for him. No, whatever he and Frank are up to, they're up to it together, aren't they? Your best bet is just be straight with your geezer. Honesty is the best policy and all that. Unless you've got something to lie about, and you haven't, have you?
No, I suppose you're right. It's just I've got myself into a silly situation, that's all. Thanks for talking to me. I hope you didn't mind.
It's a pleasure. Well, there you go. Listen. It'll work out. It always does.
There you go.
Thank you.
Oh, please, don't mention it. It's a pleasure to have an aficionado like yourself in the house, Squire. You see, the trouble with my game is, it's full of, how can I put it, riff-raff. You know what I mean? I mean, there really are times, when I cry out for a bit of equal company.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
So, what do you think then?
Interesting. Very interesting. I'd say early Victorian.
Ah, there, that's just what I said. Handed down over the years, and then bunged up in the attic with a rocking horse and forgotten all about.
I think I'd go so far as to say you had a heading here, you know.
Eh?
The artist, Mr. Daly. John Herring. Either him or his son. They were both painters. Pity it's not clearly signed, but no matter. They painted in the same style, and they're both sought after in the Victorian market. Herring Sr. actually did some work for the old biddy herself at one time. Oh, the Americans love it.
Well, I never. A herring, eh? A genuine herring. Yeah, what funny names they seem to have, don't they?
Yeah. Well, look. We've got initialing here, do you see?
GBH?
JFH, actually. John Frederick. Still doesn't help us as to father or son. Same style, same name. It's a guide to authentication, though.
Is it? So what, you think it would be worth a couple of shillings, eh?
500 or 600, possibly.
Well,
You might get a little more at an auction, of course, but that's an uncertain business without full authentication. If you are thinking of a sale, I'm sure my gallery would be prepared to make you an offer.
I hadn't really thought about it. I mean, I suppose it would help to pay for the funeral. For 500 or 600, you did say?
Well, I think we could offer you something in that region.
I don't know. I mean, what would it be, a family heirloom and all?
Well, if you'd like to think about it and give me a call.
No. Hang on. You another drink? Terry? Lager?
Yeah, but yeah. No, I'll tell you what, I'll have a brandy, please.
Why not? Large brand. Nah, stick a bit of ice in it. Put it in an egg cup if you really want to impress him.
There you go. One large vodka, one small brandy, large ice cubes.
I don't know why I patronise this place. The innuendo I have to put up with.
Me neither. Must be my charisma.
You certainly ain't your prices. There you are, Terence, my son. Genuine Napoleon brandy, matured in the cask.
I bet Josephine didn't have to freeze it to death to make it look like a big one.
What you so touchy for? I bought you a drink.
A drink, yeah. Nah, it's that little artist bird she found me at work. Your friend Frank's sleeping on her sofa, right? Well, her boyfriend's coming home and she doesn't want Frank there when he arrives.
Listen, Terry, don't start getting involved with Soppy Bird's emotional traumas. Frank and me have just made our debut in the fine art world. A reputable gallery has just paid us for that little painting you were slagging off. Cheers.
That's frauded.
No, it is not. It's a fine point of authentication, as we say in the trade. But you wouldn't know nothing about that.
Oh, an art expert now, are we? What's next? Live on stage at Sotheby's?
Well, you can sit there in idleness and mock, my son. I've got business to attend to. Ars longa, Rita brevis. You remember that, Terence.
Jerry? Peter? Just something rather interesting has just... Well, I bought a painting from some jack-the-lad figure who came in off the street. A fake, but the quality is I'd be very curious as to where it came from. I mean, if he's got an artist, I'd like to meet him. We could move this stuff by the crateful across the wall. Yeah. Name's Daly. Arthur Daly.
You go then.
Went off all right then?
Like a charm. And this is only the beginning, Frank. With your talent and my selling power, we can go into business.
Not that sort of game, Arthur. I'm not that sort of bloke either.
What's that supposed to mean? You're a forger, so keep forging.
No, thanks. You get me a couple of grand for the big one, and I'm off somewhere warm and sunny for a bit.
Look, you do a dozen of them racehorse numbers, you can retire to Torquay. That's warm and sunny.
I told you, Arthur, it's not that sort of game. You do a couple, slip them onto the market, and leave it. Change your style. I got to get out anyway. I'm tired of dossing around in this town.
Oh, dear. That young Bentley yours, is it?
Not mine, Arthur. Not anymore, anyway.
Where are you going to go?
Morocco, maybe?
Morocco? That's full of Arabs, isn't it? Standing round in their nightshirts getting dysentery. But why don't you hang about here and earn a few quid with me?
Don't worry about me, Arthur. Look, you want to get Quint to go for that painting? That's fine. Otherwise, I'll knock it out in Brighton.
No, don't talk like that. I'm seeing him today, aren't I?
Makes you so sure he's going to want it.
I've checked up on him. He is mad about pictures of Gigi's. He's got them everywhere. You'll love it.
You ever been to Morocco, Arthur?
No, what? On my stomach?
No, it's Joe, Frank.
Yeah? Rory? An old boy called Arthur to see you. There we are, Squire. Good luck. See you next year.
Rory, my old son. How are you? Still printing money, I see?
Yeah, I can't grumble, Arthur. Added a couple of shops to the chain since I saw you last. How's yourself?
Oh, not bad, not bad. Can we talk?
Give us a moment, would you, Joe? Yeah. Sit down, Arthur. What's on your mind?
Well, the thing is, Rory, I've been branching out a bit lately. You know, wider spectrum of business interests.
Oh, yeah. Yours was a bit of a dabbler, Arthur. What's it this time? Second-hand light bulbs?
No, nothing like that, Rory. No, strictly upmarket this time. It's what you might call an investment in the aesthetic room. Works of art. And when this particular piece came up, you sprang to mind immediately.
Did I now? Why was that?
Well, delicate, Rory. Bit delicate. I mean, normally, I would have utilised my affiliation with a gallery that I did. But this one is not for the open market. More for your private collector. You know, someone like yourself.
You mean it's nicked?
Yeah, well, not to put too fine a point on it, yeah.
What is it?
That is the beauty of it, Rory. Right up your street. Winner of the 1821 St. Ledger. It is a masterpiece. It makes you want to reach out and give it a sugar lump.
You're telling me you got a John Herring?
There you are. One connoisseur to another. How did you guess?
I guess it ain't in it all. You painted 33 St. Ledger winners. I got 2 of them myself.
Rory, I don't know what to say. I mean, you only won, you got the treble up. I mean, for your eyes only, but that is the whole frisson of collecting, isn't it? You only need 30 and you've got a complete set.
Where'd you get this little item from, Arthur? Paintings don't fall off the back of lorries.
No. As I understand it, was a furniture removals van. You know, one of them firms that pops in while you're in Barbados. Oh, no, come back on it, stand on me. And they are anxious to make a sale. All you have to do is give it a nod. What'd you say?
All right. Bring it round. If it's what you say it is, we'll talk money.
My pleasure, Rory. My pleasure. All right this evening?
Hello? Kevin! Hello, darling. Where are you? Oh, great. Will you be home today? Yes, of course. Hey, listen.
Over here in Sood's corner, darling, please. If you'd like to pander to the needs of a far from penniless artist and look after my young friends here. Lager, bitter.
So, when Mary got back, she asked me if I'd go along next time for his friend. And I said, you must be joking, like great fat American. And she said he's not that fat and he is in oil. So I said he'd have to be, wouldn't he, to get into his clothes.
And large ones, please, darling. Make the most of it. Might be the last time.
Terry?
Yeah? Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
Who's the big spender then?
Oh, he's an artist. A friend of Arthur's.
Is he famous?
Not for his own work, no. No, don't worry about it. Now, what were you talking about?
I can't remember now.
I suppose conversation's not your greatest asset, is it?
Thanks very much.
No, well, I'm no great talker myself when you get down to it. No wicked for the peaceful, is there? All right. All right. Come on, Benny. I might have known it was you. What do you want?
Would you want? Is that any way to address your guide and mentor, Terence? Hey, I didn't get you out of the bath, did I?
No, not out of bath. Listen, I'm a bit busy as it happens, so do you want to come back later?
Well, no, I'm here now, aren't I? What do you mean, busy?
Well, it's,
What you doing?
Come on, Terry, I'm supposed to be at work.
This hour? And in daylight? Have you got no sense of propriety?
Haven't put licensing hours on it yet, have they? Anyway, what's it to you?
Well, if this is how the underemployed spend their time, I'm not surprised it's all going down the drain. Shouldn't think you've got the strength to do an honest day's work left, have you?
You'd know about an honest day's work, wouldn't you?
I've seen her before, haven't I?
Well, most of her, yeah. She works down the club.
Anyway, I've got a job for you. If you can tear yourself away from your rampant sex life to worry about little things like paying the rent.
Yeah, all right, what is it then? I suppose it's not getting your mate Picasso off the floor from the Dolphin, is it?
No, eh? What, Frank? What about it?
Well, I saw him there this afternoon. Well, square.
Oh, that is lovely, isn't it? That's all I need for a workforce. Stripper's gigolo and a drunken superannuated beatnik. Where is he now?
Well, I'm not his minder. Why should I care?
Because I have set up a deal with Rory Quinn. We've got to take Frank's picture round to Quinn's gaff this evening.
Oh, have we? So that's the job, is it? Saving your neck from Quinn while you stitch him up? Nah, leave me out. I think I'll go back to bed.
No, it's not like that, Terry. Look, it's just a question of delivery and collection. Deliver the picture, collect the cash. You heard what she said. She's got to go back to work. I mean, look. What is 5 minutes unbridled lust against 20 notes in your... Be sensible.
All right, be good. 50.
Do what? For riding round for a couple of hours in my car, don't be silly.
No.
All right. 50.
25 up front.
Oh, God. You'll pauperise me.
I doubt that very much, Arthur. Thank you. Well, I'd better get some gear on, hadn't I?
Please do.
Oh, it's going to take a few minutes, like, so, well, you might as well wait in the car.
No, I'm fine here, I'm fine.
No, you'd be better off in the car.
No, I'm
really.
all right, I'll have a cigar.
No, I hate you smoking in the flat.
Well, I'll make a cup of coffee.
Yeah, have a log.
No,
No, drink that, guys.
Vaughn, where are you? Hello, sweetheart. Come and have a drink. Frank's in the money again.
Yeah, I can see that. Going well, Frank.
Don't stop. Now listen, I've got a real wedge coming today. This is nothing. Why don't we just take off? Just you and me. We did it before.
Listen to me, Frank. You've got to go now. Kevin's just phoned. He could be back any time.
Fou de ton Kevin, je m'en fiche de... I'm talking about us. We can go to Spain. Morocco. Turkey.
Get it into your brain, will you, Frank? It is finished. I was stupid to let you come here in the first place. Now, for God's sake, just get your things and go.
Just had a... for that paint. Guess how much?
I don't care. I don't know, and I don't care. You've got money, you've got friends, so just leave me alone. I don't want you. I don't even like you anymore. Can't you see that, you stupid, selfish old man?
Yeah, I suppose. Just...
Please, Frank, just go. I'm so...
You're sulking, aren't you? Because of that bird, eh? Tell you what, I reckon you're jealous.
Ah, don't talk ridiculous. Just bear in mind I am not your tart's taxi service, eh?
She had to get to work, didn't she? And you wanted me on the job, didn't you? Or off it, depending how you look at it.
Monica!
Kevin.
Hello, darling. Don't worry. I'm on my way out.
It's all right, Kevin. Frank's just been staying here a few days.
Oh, really? For old time's sake, I suppose. Look, I just told you, don't worry about it. I've just been doing a bit of work, that's all. And now I'm leaving.
Yeah, so I see. What's up? Have I come back here 10 minutes too early? Or is there a queue round here I'm supposed to join?
Take it easy.
Stop it! For God's sake, stop them! Stop them!
I had a feeling something like this would happen. I don't listen to myself. All right, lads, come on. Oh, wait, come on. Ooh. I said that's enough.
Do something, whoever you are!
Right? No, don't worry, love, I'm in the trade. My boy will look after his. Watch it. Just get this out of the way. Back soon.
Right, turn it in, will you?
For God's sake, Kevin, you're so silly!
It makes four of us, doesn't it?
Just get him out of here, will you? Get him out!
Well, Mr. Daly, another of Grandma's dusty heirlooms.
Eh? What's this? What are you doing?
Much the same as you, except that Mr. Downing has accepted my offer for his work rather than yours.
Do what?
He's really very good, you know. I've already covered my investment on the last one, and this one sounds even better.
Yeah, get your feet hands
Look, do you mind if
Terry, I'm being robbed!
Ah, Mr. Downing.
Yeah, you get in the car. You're enough trouble as it is. All right, come on, what's all this about then?
I have an arrangement with Mr. Downing over that picture.
Now, I think you'll find it's first come, first served. You see, Mr. Downing had a prior arrangement with us.
Let's not make it unpleasant, shall we?
No, quite right. Let's not make it unpleasant, eh? That weren't too unpleasant, was it?
Jerry! You were pathetic. Did you know that?
I'm mortified, Frankie. I truly am. Going behind my back like that.
It wasn't like that, Arthur. Done some checking on you. And he came up to me in the pub and I told him he could have a look at it.
Done some checking? And what about the law?
No chance, Arthur. He's as crooked as you are.
Oh, that's a relief, isn't it? At least you're all bent in this business.
How about Quinn, Arthur? It's a game?
Oh, no trouble. We'll drop you off at Terry's place, then we'll go on round and do the business.
Excuse me, do I have a say in this? I do live there, you know.
For goodness sake, Terry, be a little charitable. You've just given a man a mild pounding. Least you can do is offer him somewhere to recover his wits. Now, don't start yapping. and spoil everything with your lack of expertise on this. Will
What you mean, don't tell him it's a forgery?
There you are, you see, you've started already. Have I said anything about the forgery? And don't forget who is paying you 50 quid for this.
Not a bad day's work, is it? Oi, what date was this supposed to be painted?
Never mind about the date, just bring it.
Arthur, I think you better have a look at this.
You worry about fly-by-night strippers, I worry about the picture business. Shut up. All right. There you are. I mean, it looks so at home, doesn't it? I mean, that could have been painted for you, Rory. Of course, it's not Orphic in the strict sense of the term, but, I mean, it's got a confusion of energetic emotions, and it predates it from the other lot. That was half the reason I thought of you when I first saw it. Rory will appreciate the tonal qualities of his work, I said to myself. And that was without being aware of your fondness for the equine subject. That's why he's so sought after in America. They cannot get enough of him over there.
They're very fond of horses over there, aren't they? You know, the Wild West, all that sort of stuff. Bandit country, innit?
No, I like it. I like it very much.
Well, at 5, that's got to be a bargain, Rory. I mean, Christie's knocked one out about 12 months ago for 5.8. Well, you reckon with what? Inflation and all that. You're looking at 8 grand's worth of light and shade hanging on the wall.
All right, Arthur. Done. Just hang on here a minute.
Yeah, of course.
I don't suppose...
No, just don't say a word. You talking about lucky? What you witnessed last night was the art of the entrepreneur in full bloom. I mean, Frank's got his 2 grand to go and play Lawrence of Arabia. Quinn's drooling over a new Gigi on his wall. And I made more money than you'll see in 6 months. Now, luck had nothing to do with it, my son. Consummate skill, that's what it was.
Oh, I'm glad you brought up my financial status, because you owe me 25.
All right. I'm not going to leave the country, am I?
Well, Frank has, hasn't he? And you might well when Quinn discovers the deliberate mistake in his 150-year-old masterpiece.
Mistake? What deliberate mistake?
Don't keep on, it's done, innit?
Yeah, but why didn't you say something? Instead of just standing there, you let me walk right into it.
Couldn't, could I? You kept telling me to keep quiet.
That is beside the point. You're supposed to be looking after my interests. I mean, what am I going to do? He'll tear me to bits when he finds out.
You'll just have to give him the money back, won't you?
Eh?
You'll tell him it was an artistic oversight on your part. Yeah, you can tell him now.
Oh, my God. You hold him off, Terry. I'll go out this way.
No, I don't think so, Arthur.
Eh?
You tell him.
Rory, how about that? Just on my way over to see you. Wasn't I, Terry?
Yes, you were, Arthur. We can leave you out of this, McCann. It's up to you.
No, I don't think so. Looks a bit one-sided to me.
We've both been victimised, Rory. I swear to you, I'm as innocent as you are. The trouble is, the guilty party's already flown.
Where's my money, Arthur?
I haven't got it. That's what I'm saying, isn't it?
Terry! Come on, Terry!
Give him the money!
Do what?
Just give him the money now!
All right, that's enough.
You might find that's a bit light, Rory. But Arthur will split the difference with you. Won't you, Arthur?
Oh, yeah. It's only fair, isn't it? Very fair-minded, my Terry.
See, the other fella is abroad at the moment, so you're both going to have to put it down to artistic licence, aren't you?
I mean, it's not a bad picture.
No. Even with the Timex.
Yeah, all right, I'll buy that. You're a useful fellow, McCann.
Any time you feel you're wasted on that tow rag, just let us know.
I might just do that.
Car's open, gentlemen.
You would you? Terry? Partners. We're a team. I mean, think of all I've done for you. Flat, car, regular employment, no worries, shoulder to lean on when you want it. I mean, think about it.
Do you know what I think?
What?
I think you're like the Mona Lisa. Bleeding priceless.